How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ and this is another episode of Half-Life 2, and in today's hour-long episode, well, I was gonna read the second chapter and the final one, pretty much, of the Half-Life side story guide, and, if you haven't fucking watched the previous episode, then go and watch it, because I read a really fun story that I recommend you all give a fucking watch, because it's turned into like an animated video on YouTube, so that's the best way to fucking experience it. It's really funny. I watch it every once in a while just because every time I watch it, it's always fucking funny. It's like Naked Gun movies, they're always funny. They're always funny, even though O.J. Simpson plays in them. But you know, if you would never learn of O.J. Simpson, you would just be like, oh, that's Nordberg. Haha. That's not O.J. Simpson. Who the fuck is O.J. Simpson? I don't know. Yeah, and I overdone it with this episode, I guess. It's an hour long. This is the only hour-long episode. I thought it would be a lot more in this series, but there's only one. My Terraria episode, Let's Play, I did a way more hour-long shit. I hate whenever something reaches 1 hour long in these fucking... in my Let's Plays. Because it just like renders for way longer than it should. I discovered something where like, if a video is 59 minutes long, it's gonna render way faster than an hour and 1 minute long video, even though it's only 2 minute difference. For some reason it just kinda works like that. I don't know, maybe the fucking movie maker fucking sees that, oh, this video is an hour long, so it's gonna render long automatically. Maybe it sees an hour long video and it's gonna be, and it goes like, I'll take my time loading this shit. It's long anyway. I love Combine tacticians, you know, they just fucking, their tactic is to walk in and shoot. They're fucking shooting me through walls, man. It's bullshit. Oh yeah, we got the revolver, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, unlike Half-Life 1 revolver, the fucking Magnum Python giant fucking silver-ass revolver doesn't look like a cartoon gun out of Sam & Max or anything like that, when you fucking turn it to the side. Yeah, I'll just shut the fuck up and then I won't shut the fuck up because I'll read the story. Half-Life side story, Hunt Down Freeman. Part more, Mointpan is boss, even I know. Yeah, so if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now, I recommend you go and watch the fucking previous episode where I read the first part of this amazing story that I actually love more than Side's full life consequences. Because full life consequences is just like a fanfic. This isn't a fanfic, this is a recap of an actual Half-Life, canonical Half-Life story. Unless Valve decanonized it because it was so garbage. Yeah. 17 years later, Moitpan was leader boss of Clone Army on boat. He was hardcore mercenary pirate and struck Combine bases from offshore with strike team Reed hard and fast. He was real important and a big guy for his Clone Army, and they all look up to him even and give total obedience. He was such a bastard for Combines that they actually set Portal in ocean just to drain water, and then he couldn't be pirate, but he still did, and many Combines dead from his attacks. Even Breen in office heard about him and thought to himself, actually, Mointpan is worse than my shoe. I want him to go so Combines can rule forever. Enhanced Combines bomb motion so that they could try to kill Mointpan, but it did not work and he still was. Yeah, like I said, watch the previous episode because this is fucking crazy. Until one day, when Moitpan was in Bob's room cleaning his gun and was sat alone and fought 17 years, huh? Seems like a lot more because I kill at least 17 Combines a day. But then his men came and tried to talk and he said, go away, I am boss. But it was Amda who went in and said to Mointpan, "Is that any way to talk to your second in command?" And Mointpan said back, "What do you want?" But real dark, and Amna said back to Mointpan, quiet like so no one but in room could hear, "Freeman is back," and shoot Mointpan the crowbar. Showed, I guess meant to say showed, but it said shoot. Mointpan said impossible and threw crowbar across the room and said, "Get out, I need no one." And Asna finally left in man's too until Mointpan was alone in room, but he hears someone still within him breath at his back, so he says to man, "Get," but before he can finish, it was G-Man. Oh, I'm flying a helicopter? Boring. All of a sudden, room go black and G-Man says to Mointpan, "You do not forget deal, Mointpan. Freeman is back, so you go hunt down Freeman." And Mointpan said back to G-Man, "I cannot. I am leader of both and I clone's army. Combines can kill Freeman. Leave me alone and go ass." But G-Man said back to Mointpan, "It is deal you must take, Mointpan. Chance for revenge is now. Defeat Freeman and your army will be strongest in the entire world." And Mointpan knew he needed a strong army so that when Ocean's gone, he could be ruler of deserts where oceans were and stand up to Combine. So he said okay and made new deal with G-Man. Then he assembled men on deck on boat and walked down the rows and stand in front of Freeman. Sorry, I found a fucking piece of ham in my teeth. I mean, that's not what he said. I said, "I have made deal with G-Man and we must make deal ourselves with Combine so that hunt down Freeman. Ever since I buy you all from Clone Man, I knew best a soldier ever could be actually. Our bullets and our blood is all we have. No, we no flags, we no family, only fight. I want you to be on me, will you?" And men said yes, and Mointpan gave order to go back to Europe where the city 16 was. But with an H. So it's like was. Mointpan and clones wanted, oh yeah, so Mointpan bought clones from Clone Man last episode. Oh shit, mines. And he bought the clones. And fuck if I know what else happened. I actually don't. Mointpan and clones went away into Citadel, where when they reached elevator, Combine's men said, Why you here?" And Mointpan said, "I am Mad Green so that I can provoke him to support me. An army, it's my endless year-longest quest to do what has to be done and help G-Men to hunt down Freeman." And convinced when Mointpan up alone caught top of Citadel, but instead of Green a disc, it was Clone Man. And Mointpan said to Clone Man, "Huh? It is long time." And Clone said back, "I know you are here to help friend of ours." Wow, that was... "I know you are here to help friend of ours." Well, it was almost correct, grammatically. It's like the closest it fucking ever got. Mointpan... I'm surprised they always misspell Adam, but Mointpan is always Mointpan. I don't even know what his real name is, I just call him Mointpan. Was shocked and says, "You know G-Man?" And Closem said, "I know him when you were a toddler." Well, how do you think I cloned all those child? It is not, only G-Man, and now he wants on Freeman? Okay, it is. I agree on Breen's sake. And they went to shook. But before they could, Coulson said only one thing. Doctor is in resist now, as informed for Combines, and she is near Freeman probably actually. Do not, I repeat, do harm her. That's my favorite fucking line. Do not, I repeat, do harm her. And Moitpan said, "It is not usual I make promise with men as small as you, but you were friends when I needed, so okay." And boys agree. Man, what kind of... what an asshole. Fuck matters his fucking size. And then Moitpan had Collins drive boat to where coast near Rebel base was and invades with Colin kills many rebels as team. Ah, jeez. And as Robe Leader was dead almost on the ground, Moitpan grabbed his face and hauled him to face of self and argue at him, "Where Freeman?" But Led was dead already. And as team slaughter rebels, Moitpan go off to a lone corner and stand himself and say, "Only a week ago I was a rebel too, but now I am Bombines? What is me? What I fight for?" But as he stand alone on one rebel attack him, and when he pinned her to ground to see if not rebel but clone's daughter. And he said to her, "You're a clone's daughter, I must tell you secret Combine things." And she agreed, but they have to be very quiet, so off they did to rumor alone could speak, and daughter was no longer little but instead was mid-twos and hot, and Moitpan fought secretly there, but he was professional and did not say. That's another one of my favorite lines in this fucking story. He was professional and did not say. And in secret place, Moitpan said, "Let's hunt down Freeman base. You are a Combine spy and you know his spot." And daughter said back, "Moitpan, I must tell you very important things about Freeman, but also your boss who did made a deal with you." And Moitpan was surprised and said out very loud, "You know G-Man? Tell it now, what is deal? Who is he? And what my promise in life except to hunt?" And she said back to him very quiet, "Moint, the answer to all your problem is." But all of a sudden, her head explode and stand behind her is Amnad with smoking gun. Moitpan is shocked and almost shot oldest friend, but instead he said out to him, "Why you kill hot daughter?" And he said back to Moitpan, "Meh, she was gonna rub you out, see?" And Moitpan trusted him to know true because he was oldest friend. But then they had to run because they had killed Combine Spine and Kloonman knew it was out. "You kill daughter, Moitpan, you are Moint cunt." And even a Breen gave permission to kill him, so now the Combines weren't friends anymore. Also, I died. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. That the screen went red and the line went flat. Not sure if I got past that part again now. I wasn't looking at the game very often. Something particular that happens in this Let's Play still haven't happened, but it's about to. I think after we're done with this fucking ridiculously long and almost too long in my opinion fucking hovercraft section, which is kind of annoying actually. I just realized the car section in the game, that's in episode 2. I never played episode 2. I don't even know what happens in episode 2, besides the fact that Eli dies at the end. But yeah man, I never played episode 2. Maybe one day when I'll have episode 2 and I'll play it, I'll just do a Half-Life 2 episode 2 Let's Play. And it'll just be the continuation of this. Jesus Christ. Where the fuck did I... The Combines weren't friends anymore, there it is. And as clones died to give cover against Combine's forces, Moitpan and Amnes snuck through a tunnel until they reach hidden space where Ahmad suddenly stopped and smiled, say, "Moitpan, all your answers are just ahead," and then the way behind shot real quick. Moitpan was stunned but kept going on to see what answer was, and at the end of place he met with it's G-Man. And full of anger, Moitpan fell to knee and yelled out to G-Man, "What is deal?" Now this part is kind of fun. I like these little bridges that are made out of like wood and other garbage. And the fact that you have to push a fucking washing machine into this shit. For some reason, I don't really know why you gotta push a fucking washing machine there, but it's fine. See, because it doesn't go deep enough for you to raise this thing. That's cool. That's a cool puzzle. I like this part. Blah blah blah. What is the deal? And Jimna give answer Moint Pan always want. Moint Pan, it was never your deal. Remember Black Missa? One who crowbar you was never Freeman, but instead was Ahmed. Whole time, oldest friend was actually spy for us. He keep eye on you for 17 years so that when time came we could use to discrat combines from Freeman. You thought you hunt down Freeman? Ha, you fool like little baby. Like baby so. And Moit Pan it back to G-Man. Wait, you mean to use backup soldiers whose face I never see to beat me to actual death? But then resurrect me and make that boy my best friend only so that 17 years later you both could use me to make it so Freeman was always play on easy mode? Even the Combines actually don't care about me, and all I did was on the boat for 2 decades and be framed for kill one spy? Bastard. All this stricken book under my nose whole time. And G-Man real menacing said back, Moint Pan, you have permission to be die. And leave him alone surrounded by Combines. Combines, I'm sorry. Moint Pan what the fuck? A human being. Shut up, I'm reading. Nah, fuck, I lost where I was. Blah blah blah. Surrounded by Combines, Moint Pan stand up with guns in hand and said out loud, I knew I would always be alone in the end. This is good. Monster needs to be alone to kill other monster. And charge Combines. The Freeman.
Come on in.
So there's rebels, all voiced by one guy, of course, which is Patrick Lowry? Fuck, I don't remember. The Sniper's voice actor. He voices everybody, and every male character is voiced by him. Every male NPC that isn't important to the story. So like the rebels, the citizens at the beginning, they're all voiced by him. It doesn't matter which one it is, how they look, they are all voiced by him. And I honestly like it. Because I think his voice is pretty cool. Yeah, and there's a Vertigon. Gotta say, they have a pretty chill base. Doesn't seem like too many fucking Combines are gonna storm in a fucking underground tunnel. What are we up against? Check it out.
Look at this.
This actually works.
This here's the dam. It's just up ahead. Eli's hideout is here, a stone's throw from the apron and nestled in the old hydro plant. But getting there, with that hunter chopper on your ass, next to impossible.
See, I should have finished this episode
working
here.
his magic on your airboat, so you'll have a little more firepower going forward.
But I guess I thought it was not... Like, look, how long... We're 18 minutes into this episode. And I almost read the whole story. What am I gonna do for the rest of this fucking video? For 40 minutes? I don't know. I'm gonna not do shit, I guess. No, maybe this is the reason why I had the episode so long. Maybe I went to do something else and I forgot to cut it out. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually turns out to be true. See? I probably went to do something and I stood still for no reason. So the Vortigon attached the gun to my hovercraft. This shit doesn't work. And now I'll have a little turret gun on my hovercraft, which will, I guess, allow me to destroy that chopper that fucking chased me around.
There we are. That gun came off one of the same hunter choppers that you're up against. I always like to bring a little irony to a firefight. Take that chopper down, and you should be able to tear on through.
A little irony to a firefight, and it's a necessity, you know? I never go to a firefight if it's not ironic. Nah, they shit themselves when you kill them. That's terrible. See? I wouldn't want to go underneath that thing. Fucking shit itself. Anyway, when dust settled, Moint Pan was dead on ground for second time in life. But as he lay corpse, the near, and with their magic powers, Mointpan woke up in secret Vorticant black room now, where was chanting noise and strange visions. He saw train full of Freemen, all sitting and calm, but said to him, I was never to hunt Freeman, he was always Frame. My whole life goal was a fuck. But then he felt strange presence behind him and he knew who it was. It was deepest, darkest face from past, one he had not seen forever, but who was really famous and remembered for his blackness deeds. Highly popular character, Einstein Scientist. Mointpan said to him, You, I remember, tell me, if not hunt down Freeman, what is the point for Moint? Stop. I see, yes, but I'm the betray me and will probably steal all clones. What can I do to save the world? You are so wise in this place. I am thankful, friend. One last thing. Will I see each other again? No. Yes, I knew we can. Thank you again, friend. I go not to hunt down Freeman, but to hunt down Avenge Mointpan. The finale, I guess. Back on boat, Amdan was real cunning and sinister as to take over. To say to self, deal with G-Man was great, now I boat. But he looked up to see survivor boat from beach and said again, haha, more slaves for my boat army. I am god of clones, but of the boss step not just survived, but also Mointpan. And men realized I'm not betrayed their boss. He says, oh no, and ran off, be chased by Mointpan across whole boat, until he reached Bow, where nowhere else to run, and Mointpan shot him in back. As he crawled up rail, he tried to beg Mointpan and explain self, but Mointpan not hear it, and holding him to edge, he said, you betray me. You angry me, you fuck my face. Now, admin, you have my permission to be die. It's too bad you won't live, but actually who does? Fill your hand, you son of a bitch. How much I enjoy this? How many slices of bread you eat? Admat, you went to Cranbrook? It is private school. And with final shot, he shot Adma in head and sent him over the rail into water, gone forever, yes. New second command stepped up to Mointpan's side and said to him, where now, sir? And Mointpan remembered what scientists in worlds 40 world said to him. The second answer to end combines and save the world, and say back to second boy, we head for Borealis. And second boy said back, but combines that drain oceans, so Arctic is glacier wall surrounded by 100 miles dry land. And Mointpan said, oh. Oh, I thought it was the third part, but that's just a recap of this part. Well, that was great. I wish there were more parts to it, though. Well, I guess Hunt Down the Freeman only had this many parts, so why would there be even more parts? To this oh my god, I just fucking remembered I was supposed to order my new headphones, which are once more for a cheap price, so I better fucking do it today. Holy shit. Oh man, $100. They were usually for 200. Oh man, someone's selling them for fucking 100. That's good. Fuck. Because originally I wanted to buy them for 100. Fuck, I could read you the name while I fucking have the page, because I'm not very good with these names, but I done a lot of research on what kind of headphones do I want. First time in my life where I done a lot of research before I bought something. Usually I just kind of buy shit that sounds pretty good. Logitech G Pro, and I know it's supposed to be the version 2. Because there's two versions, there's version 1 and version 2. And I wanted to buy the version 2, which is slightly better, supposedly. And yes, I did prioritize how good of a microphone the headphones have. And I'll be honest with you, these ones I have on me right now, which I used for a long time, those are Sharkoon. I don't know fucking model name, but they're Sharkoon headphones, and they are pretty good, you know. I used them for so long. Microphone is good and everything. And the headphones I used before weren't bad either. They were worse, but they weren't bad. And those were probably the cheapest and best for the price headphones on the market. They were the Fatality ones. I don't know what was the company's name. Stop throwing these fucking Donkey Kong piece of shit. It's like an infinite amount of barrels just being thrown at me. And yeah, I was gonna buy those last week actually, I forgot about that. So I got fucking paid for service and shit, but I needed to fucking lend the money to my parents. Fucking anytime I have some money, I always lend it to them. They always have shit to buy. Always have needs for money. And they rarely ever give it back. About I remember this part might be the reason why it took me so long to beat this fucking episode, this portion of the game. There's like fucking 2 trucks shooting missiles, and I had no idea where to go. I think you're supposed to jump into that fucking tunnel over there. But what you need to do is like you somehow need to get on top of that and then do a jump. Oh no, look, there's a ramp to the left. And I was a moron, I guess I didn't fucking realize that. No, I did realize that, but I gotta fucking get on the ramp. Except how do I get there? I think what I had to do is, I don't know, get around this somehow, but I wasn't sure how the fuck do you get there. I think you actually did have to get off the car, off the hoverboard, bike, hover, shit. Oh, I guess you can like make the missiles go in the wrong directions if you shoot them. Ah, shit. I only had 3 health left and a missile flew right in fucking between my eyes. Well, I kinda ran out of fucking things to read. How about it? I'm gonna look up Half-Life fanfics. Half-Life fanfiction. Except I'm fucking... Because there's probably, you know, a bunch of shit, like, for example, there's Snug as a baby. Gordon Freeman harbors a general fondness for bugs in all their forms. Barney doesn't approve. Oh, it's a romance. Romance and humor. Oh, that could be good. Half of the Borealis. Eli is dead. Gordon all... This is kind of like a continuation, I guess. Gordon in Breen's office. What propaganda will he make? That's another adventure and romance. Sudario. They shared compassion at the end of the world. A series of blah blah blah. Romance sci-fi. Steve the head crab. Steve Johnson is your average everyday head crab. He has a simple life, but one day he received an invitation to a strange government program. What will happen to Steve Johnson? Steve Johnson the head crab? Missing in action, blah blah blah, 0%. Echoes, campfire songs, a red letter day, lost in the darkness, Chum Toad Hunt, Half-Life 2, anticized Fang's dad. Gordon accidentally calls Dr. Coomer dad. Hilarity ensues. One shot based on an act. What? Okay. Man, like, why do these people even bother to write so many Half-Life fanfics if they're not ever gonna fucking achieve the perfection that was full life consequences. Alright, I'm gonna read this Snug as a Bug. It doesn't seem to be long. How many chapters? No, just one. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna read it. Barney paid no mind to the terrarium in the corner of the dorm. Now they're in high school. How could he? when a flurry of touches and kisses corralled him onto bed and stripped him of his clothes. There was probably an iguana, Gordon seemed the type. Wait, what? Who's having sex with Gordon? Oh, there you go. I think you were supposed to get in there. But it's so fucking... This puzzle I don't like. Like, it's so not obvious what the fuck you're supposed to do. And that's how I like my puzzles. Obvious and fucking straightforward. But it's so fucking stupid, man. Like, how long it took me to figure out I had to fucking get into that stupid container. It was only afterwards, being spooned comfortably in bed, a sweet cool on his forehead, that Barney could get a good look at the tank just across the room. The dorm was dark, but there was enough ambient light to descend the shape of logs and twigs. Sure enough, one twig moved, and then another, until finally the reality of what Barney was looking at registered in his brain. In a single pulse of a synapse, his entire body locked up, his breath held, eyes wide, blood ice. Stomach dropped to the center of the earth. There, started staring back at him, was a giant, hairy tarantula. The gaze petrified Barney to stone, a gaze from far too many eyes. Fast asleep, Gordon remained blissfully unaware that he was curled around a frozen statue. It is Gordon and Barney, together, in bed. Fucking knew it. Blah blah blah, unaware that he was curled around a frozen statue. Barney was too afraid to make a move or utter a sound, lest he stir the creature or his lover to agitation. Instead, he grappled the covers tight, trying to close his eyes, but knowing deep down in his gut that if he let his guard down, he would surely awaken to this scared creature crawling on his face. Man, fucking... Alex was cucked by fucking Barney. I like that fucking really romance better. Barney and Gordon. Fuck Alex ever did to Gordon. Barney was with him in Black Mesa and everything. Blah blah blah. So his eyes remained open, his brain drifting frighteningly close to sleep before being sharply reignited, I guess, and by a deep-seated and primal fear. The hours blurred the time immeasurably with natural light shut out by layers and layers of concrete and soil. Hour after hour, hour after hour. Harshly and mercifully, an alarm shrieked through the cold air and Barney swallowed the heart that had jumped into his throat. Gordon groaned, his spooning arm recoiling back to rub at his eyes. He felt around for his bearings, his touch soothing once he remembered he had company for the night. He leaned in close to plant a kiss on Barney's ear. "Good morning," Gordon didn't say, because Gordon doesn't speak. That's a shitty fanfiction right there. They forgot that Gordon doesn't speak? Well, that's not true Half-Life fans. Am I ever gonna take this fucking helicopter down? How fucking long can you fuck around with one helicopter? I swear to God. How are we only halfway through? Jesus Christ. I read like 2 fanfictions now. And I talked about shit. And I did so much and I'm still recording this. This episode's still going, Jesus. At least I'm not depressed now. I'd be a bummer if I had to record 4 episodes while I felt like shit. I wouldn't feel like doing anything, saying anything. I'd just fucking be quiet. Blah blah blah. Barney come too tired to make his frustration. Still obvious to the nightmare scenario, Gordon quickly rolled out of bed and switched on the light. Barney watched as the tarantulas scurried from the light, hiding beneath a log. A fresh wave of resolution reverbed through his bones. I don't know how you sleep at night with that monster staring at you, Barney humbled. Gordon frowned, a deep line creasing between his brows. Still clad in his brief, he motioned over to the terraria. "You mean Henrietta?" "I don't care what you call it," Barney cried out. "It gives me the creeps." The look he gave Barney was odd, full of disappointment more than anything. He headed a deep sigh. "You know, it's usually women that have a problem with the company I keep." "Oh, nice. Insinuation there, pal," Barney sheered. Anyone in their right mind would... shit, and I'm getting a phone call as I fucking read a fanfic. Fuck. Alright, hold on a minute. Alright. I was interrupted for a little bit. And honestly, I forgot what I was doing. I think I was reading a fanfiction. You know, it's something I was like reviewing these energy drinks for like this year. I had like a gimmick for some reason that I started when I was recording Yakuza 0. And at first, I was like getting a different drink every episode, but now I don't have really much left. I think I defeated the helicopter, by the way. Now I'm just drinking this regular ass monster. I think this bonus will like its last effort attack. That's why there were so many. And shit, I turned on Twitter. Fuck. There's the fanfiction. Where did I left? Gordon frowned, blah blah blah, I don't care what you call it. Gordon called Barney a woman. Oh, now it's insinuation there, pal, Barney sneered. Anyone in the right mind would burn that thing with a flamethrower. All at once, his hotness fell away from Gordon's face, replaced with deftly controlled rage. Get out. Barney, still butt naked in bed, faltered under the intense gaze. Are you kidding me? Yet Gordon Glare did not let up. His fingers rigidly pointed to the door. Get out of my dorm now. Out of my dorm. The fuck is this fanfiction? It's like Barney and Gordon are in college or some shit, and they're a couple now. And Gordon has a tarantula as a pet, and Barney doesn't like it. I feel like, is it like a... Where did that came from? I thought this was gonna be a fanfic set in Half-Life universe, you know? It's gonna be like, oh, Gordon has a pet tarantula while he's on the mission or some shit, and Barney is his boyfriend now. But they're in a fucking college dorm? What? I don't know. Barney made a huff, but found himself too intimidated to object any further. He threw off the cover and quickly shuffled back into his clothes, keenly aware of Gordon's intense glare. Whilst he did so, he didn't dare the... eye contact again, simply barging out of the dorm without another word. 15 minutes later, Barney dejectedly pursued the fatty... The fatty and carb-loaded breakfast. Oh, okay. I thought they meant someone at the fatty. Something these Combine soldiers do, which I do appreciate, that they have this AI that, well, one enemy notices you, as his friends might not necessarily just throw themselves at you. They might stand their ground and wait for you to like show up, and then they're gonna try to jump you. It's kind of similar to like Dooms and Duke Nukems. You know, like aliens might be getting murdered left and right, but this one alien in particular, he's gonna stay behind that corner and hope to jump you when you least expect it, instead of just coming out of the corner and just to fucking die. Look guys, we have missiles attached to the underbarrel attachment of our SMG, which looked way cooler, served the same purpose in Half-Life 1, but it was like a rifle and it was way fucking cooler. Pursued the fatty and carb-loaded breakfast offering in the cafeteria. He settled on the last pair of donuts and a cup of black coffee. With caffeine finally flowing through his veins, he could finally shrug off some of his sleep-deprived stupor and get the gear in his head turning. Was his phobia more important than getting laid? After all, it was good sex, definitely the best he was going to get in a crazy ass place, but of course this guy had to own a fucking pet spider of all things. They had sex. gonna have a baby now. Oh my god. Barney pretended to ignore Gordon's entrance, his methodical... Are you gonna next tell me all the scientists are also in that same fucking school with them, and Eli and Alex are there too? Is it Half-Life the high school edition? That'd be kind of funny, actually. Barney pretended to ignore Gordon's entrance, his methodical procurement of a bowl of oatmeal, and his retreat to the table in the corner of the cafeteria. An inconspicuous glance told Barney more than his peripheral vision could. A tense back and a terse frown. He felt his consciousness leaning on his shoulders and attempted to shrug it off. He was ultimately unsuccessful. Barney stood from his table, taking his breakfast with him, and crossed no man's land. Oh, I was telling you, this reminded me of a high school setting. I was telling you about these other fanfiction I read. You know what? Ah, fuck. I'm gonna read these fanfictions that I was talking about one time, because they're really cool, I like them. The Crash Bandicoot one that I was talking about. I'm gonna try to find both the one where Crash has a Desert Eagle and Coco got raped and read it. I think it's really short because it's not like a really serious one. It's like, he has a gun now and Cortex is a rapist. That's funny. I got no idea how to make that fucking jump. It's ridiculous. And the other one that was actually serious. Crash was in like a band and shit. And I read a Borderlands one, which I really liked actually. I liked that fanfiction more than I liked the story of Borderlands 3. It was about Gage and Axton going on a mission, and then Gage got teleported to like a different planet, where she joined like a school for mercenaries. I did a fucking sick backflip, and probably broke my ass on the landing. How much do we have left of this stupid episode? But yeah, I'm not gonna read them now. Barney pretended to ignore Gordon's... Oh yeah, I read that. Gordon has gotten an already fair conversationalist. Oh, that's it? Gordon just doesn't talk very often. Was a master at the silent treatment and kept his head down as the guard approached. Like a guard? You mean to tell me Barney is still a guard even though they're in college? Okay. Like a white flag of surrender, Barney waved the apology donut at the edge of the scientist's vision. I managed to get the last two, Barney said, placing the fried bread on his friend's napkin. Here's your half. And Gordon gets unnecessarily... Oh, the thing happened. Did you guys notice a change in the environment? I'll give you a hint. Where the fuck are the shadows? So, look, when I was playing this, I did not notice at first that the shadows are gone. Thankfully, it doesn't last very long. It only lasts like 3 episodes where the shadows are gone and they disappeared. And then I resetted the game and they came back. But later in the game, near the end, they disappeared again, and this time I didn't reset it, and I just went through the whole game with no shadows. I realized that the shadows were gone because we're about to enter Ravenholm. And Ravenholm without shadows looks kinda lame. And I was like, this place looks kinda lame.
Forgive the scanning process. We can't take any chances.
Yeah, there's this bitch.
Gordon
He's
Freeman?
gonna betray you.
Is that you? You've made it here this quickly. Well, Eli is going to be amazed. Not to
This
mention
quickly? It took me an hour. And
I'm
4
Dr.
episodes, I
Mossman,
guess.
Dr. Judith Mossman. I've been hearing about you since long
That's
before
actually
the
not that
fanfics.
long, 4 episodes. I could have
Oh,
separated this into 3
Lisa.
episodes, and this would be episode
So envy you working
6.
with Eli and Dr. Kleiner when they were at the top of their field. Ah, there we
Oh,
go.
Dr. Kleiner.
We're through now.
You mean Dr. Bobby? No, I think what happened in the series, they meant Dr. Bobby to be Dr. Kleiner, but they forgot his name. Who's this? Male 06? Or whatever his name's supposed to be. Yeah, I'm gonna throw their fucking TVs, why not? Gordon blah 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 has already... Gordon eyed it, silent. Can I sit here? The impeccable man shrugged, picking up the donut and taking a bite out of it, relieved but still but still leery. God damn it.
We're closing in on a
Hard to read.
reliable
Barney
local
slipped into the
teleportation
empty
network.
chair across from Gordon.
Except the
Instead of
Combine
chowing
still
down
has
on
a
his
message.
own donut, he ran a hand
Eli
through his
thinks their
hair.
portals are string-based.
Hey, I'm
Similar
sorry
to
for
our
being an
collide
ass
network.
earlier, Barney
They
spoke,
failed
avoiding
back
eye
then with dark
contact.
energy
It's your
equations.
dorm, and what you
They
keep
become
in
a
there
force
is
in
your
their universe,
business.
but
I
once
was a
they're
guest,
here,
but I ended
they're
up being
dependent on local
disrespectful.
transportation. If they
Nice
knew
of him.
we were
I
doing
was
with
about to
entanglement.
say that he just should fucking apologize for insulting his spider. Gordon looked up from his food. The glare of his
Listen to
glasses
me, I
causing
sound like
his
a
expression to
postdoc.
be unreadable.
I'm just so excited to
His
think
glasses are
we'll finally
glowing
have a
like in an
chance to work
anime.
together.
I think that Borderlands fanfic that I was talking about that I
Where
liked.
was
I think it was based
Oh,
on an
yes.
anime, but
Dr. Kleiner could
that's
press
just
the
my
Zen relay
assumption.
far
I don't know what
beyond
anime
any
it could
other
have been
universe.
based on. Maybe it
We
wasn't,
figured
but
out how to use Zen
it just
as
kind
a
of sounded to me as
access
if it is.
effectively a dimensional slingshot.
And it's
So
never
we can
finished,
swing
by the
around
way.
the border world and come
Unless
back
I
in
read it
local
like a
space
bunch of
without
years
having to
ago,
cross
so
the
maybe
bridge.
now it's finished. So shit, I should probably read it. But the thing is, I don't have any Borderlands footage where I'm going to read it, so I think I'm not gonna read it in any Borderlands video.
Gordon Freeman. Let me get a look at you, man. My God, you haven't changed one iota. How do you do it? Now let's see. The last time I saw you, I sent you up for
You
help
guys know
after the
G-Man is in
resonance
that machine I
cascade.
was just looking at.
I never thought it would take you this long to get back to me. Welcome to the
For
lab.
some reason
anyway.
he's there,
It's
I don't
not
know.
Black Mesa, but it served us well enough.
It's going to be a lot more like Black Mesa.
In there.
Gordon here to help.
I'm looking at it.
You are. MIT graduate.
I don't think I knew that when I was playing, I just happened to look at the alien.
Get you out of that hazard suit and back into your lab.
Blah blah blah.
Let me just finish up some work and I'll see what I can dig up. Dr. Freeman,
Barney looked away shyly, palming his neck. Still, somehow he found the courage to continue. Look, I had a really good time last night,
Feel free to look
bearing
around.
my phobia. So, would you give me a second chance? A small smile creeped on Gordon's face. Yeah, I had fun too. Barney let out a relieved sigh, slumming in his chair. I know a lot of people don't like bugs, I get it, Gordon said. But I don't like it when people express a desire to kill them with fire, especially if those bugs are my pets. Let me fucking hold the fuck up.
Dr. Breen. He's the administrator of this whole
I looked up
vile
our
business
spider
now.
bugs and I ended up
He
typing
ended the 7
our
hours war by
spoilers
managing
bugs.
Earth's surrender. The Combine rewarded him with power.
Spiders are not insects. Insects have a head, some shit, and blah blah blah.
I'm still not sure what that does. Alex brings in
The
this.
spiders are
strange
arachnida.
thing.
There you go. I fucking knew that spiders aren't bugs, I just didn't know the name. Yeah, this fanfic is full of shit. Unless Gordon knows that, but he's just gonna be like, oh, I'll call it a bug, I don't care. Spiders aren't bugs. Flies, bees, I think bees are bugs. But spiders aren't fucking bugs. That's like calling a scorpion a bug. Scorpion isn't a bug.
I can't believe you made
And
it
apparently
so
scorpions
quickly
and spiders are
He
related.
broke your
That's
record,
kinda
honey.
cool because
Well,
both are fucking
He
cool.
earned it. I guess you proved you can handle yourself out there.
Yeah, you're right, really, I'm sorry. Gordon seemed to deflate a bit too. The ice in his joints melting. I should apologize too, I didn't need to insult you. Barney waved it off. It's alright, my classmates in school didn't give me that bad of a time when spiders sent me screaming. I went to class clown after all, it was part of my act. Gordon shook his head, reminiscing himself. You know, the only time I got detention in school was after I wailed on a kid for smashing snails during races. Yeah, that's fucking a little mean. Bonnie's brows shot up in surprise. Is that so? Well, thanks for not giving me a black eye, Doc. He's a doctor already? What am I doing? He's a doctor already, but they're in college? You really believe I'm a violent person? Gordon asked, Stone seriously. Well, I mean, you could have fooled me, Barney laughed, playing off his friend's corner. I never wanted to see you mad again. You look scary as hell. At this reply, Gordon only frowned. His gaze dropped to his half-eaten donut. Hey now, Barney said, reaching out to clap his friend on the cheek, on the ass.
Someone misjudged the capacity of the Combine
It's all in the
virus.
looks, right? I know you're harmless. You're
Are
like
you blaming me?
what you said about bugs. They're more afraid of you than you are afraid of them. Or they only attack when they are cornered or whatever. Gordon lifted his eyes, someone warmth returning to his green
Sometimes I think you
irises.
deliberately misunderstand me.
Or if you smash snails for fun. Barney
Why don't
added.
you take Gordon along and give
That
him
finally
some
broke a
practice
smile on
with
Gordon's
that?
face, and he
Sure.
playfully
Come on,
pushed his
Gordon.
friend's reassuring
Let's have
hand
some fun.
away, but still
The
held
0-point
on,
energy
thumb
field
stroking the
manipulator
top of
is
his
not a
knuckles and
toy.
tender
Ugh,
caress.
let's get out of here.
Barney blushed, taking apart his donut. Maybe we should stick to my dorm instead, he offered. What if I put a sheet over the terrarium? Deal. That's the end of this fanfic, where Gordon Freeman and Barney are a couple, and they are in a fucking college dorm.
In the Black Mesa test chamber
But they're
that
doctors
day.
and security guards, just like
I'm
they
sorry,
always
I
been.
shouldn't be talking behind her back. It just gets a bit claustrophobic down here.
So we finally fucking ran into Alex,
back
except
to
we run into her
Ravenholm.
at the beginning.
I don't go there anymore.
And that's the old passage to the Ravenholm, where we're going to go next episode. Except it's still not fucking over. I think we gotta play with Dog and get a gravity gun finally. The gravity gun. You know what I was thinking? I should make a let's play of Gary's mod. And you know what I figured I'd do? Maybe every episode I would like play a different game mode. Like for example, one episode I would play Defron, one episode I played Hide and Seek, one episode I'd play Trouble in Terrorist Town, one episode I'd play Prop Hunt, one episode I would play like Sandbox, maybe a roleplay one. I always wanted to play one of the roleplay games on Gary's mod, I just never fucking did for some reason. I think when I was playing Gary's mod I didn't even realize they have that, but after I like deleted the game off my computer and it was gone, then I fucking did that. So yeah, this fanfic, I'm gonna keep these fanfics as one of my panels. Ah fuck, I went into incognito mode to read fanfics. What's this Steve the Head Crab? This one sounds fun. Chapter 1
Here we are.
out of 8. And each chapter is pretty short. I'm gonna read the next episode, because next episode is 40 minutes long.
You can call it the
And it's
0-point
still
energy
long.
field manipulator if you
And I'm gonna by the way, I recorded this last episode and I still have 2 more to record, so
mainly use it for
you can't blame me if you're gonna say like, oh, why am I reading fucking fan fictions instead of doing my own commentary? I'm reading someone else. This is bullshit.
you can punch stuff. and
It's
send it
fucking...
along. I found it handy for
I don't even have anything to say. I don't have shit to say, bro. There we go.
the secondary trigger.
Half-Life fanfictions, good lord.
Once you've picked something up, you can drop it gently by pressing your secondary trigger again. Pick up some stuff and toss it.
You know what I gotta look up? Oh shit, I just thought of it. It's talking about Crash Bandicoot fanfictions, right? And
You can also pull
when I'm
stuff
done
over
with
this-
Cyberpunk, I wanted to try out PlayStation Now. And I think some Sonic games are available for free if you have a PlayStation Now subscription. Like Sonic Adventure, I think, is available. So I want to make a Let's Play Sonic motherfucking Adventure. And list of PS Now games.
Try grabbing those barrels from that
Is it
ledge
just me? Do I have big thumbs or something? Because when I type, I just type nothing. It just makes no fucking sense. But I want to see something that is true. I'm gonna piss myself. Games that start with C. Cars 2. That one sucks. Cars. Actually, no, that one doesn't suck. That one's pretty good. Castle Storm. Castlevania Lord of Shadow. Oh, I might record that. My tactic was just to keep making PlayStation accounts and keep getting the 7-day trial.
Try stacking some things.
I'll keep making Canadian
Grab something
accounts
with
because
your
I think it's
secondary
available there.
then press the same
Champion
trigger.
jockey, blah blah blah. What I'm interested is... Oh, there aren't. That sucks. I was hoping for Crash Bandicoot games. It seems like mostly on PS Now, the list of games from PS Now is PS3 games. Not all of them either. But I was kind of hoping that maybe Crash Bandicoot, Crash of the Titans, maybe would be there. it's not. Fuck. That sucks. That sucks, actually.
Now let me call Dog. He loves the
Days Gone. There's a lot of PS4 games here too. I'm mostly interested in these PS3 games. Crash Bandicoot. Well, that would have been in the C section. The C section's pretty short, actually. But Castlevania Lord of Shadows, I might do that.
First model was about yay high. I've been adding to him ever since. Haven't I, boy? Okay, Dog, let's play catch with Gordon. You'll need to use the gravity gun.
Is there like alphabetical order? I gotta check another letter, which is M. Mega Man games are here. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. You know what that means? Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. And also Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, but it's not very good. I'm still gonna record it if it's a thing. Mortal Kombat from 2009, I believe. The reboot. Was it 2009? The Mortal Kombat 9. Is 9? Yeah, 9. I'm not sure if it was 2000. It was 2011, 10? I don't remember, man. But that's actually the first game I thought of, like. At first I thought like if PS Now is gonna be available in my region, I might use the free trial to record these. But it doesn't seem like it's gonna be available where I live anytime soon, so I might as well try to try like fucking cheated account that's set to Japan, because I'm not sure if the games are gonna be in Japanese though. I might have fucked it up. But HD collection, fuck yeah. I gotta check all the list of games and just like record everything. Oddworld. It doesn't seem like it's too much. Because I was afraid that I'm gonna fucking see all those games and I'm gonna try to record all of them and I'm just gonna end up with like a ridiculously huge list of games. It's already long, but I would add like twice as much. R-Type. There's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't really care, like Rage or H2. Rainbow Moon. That's a cool game. I liked it. I played it on my Vita. Ratchet and Clank games. I might try that. Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare. Oh my fucking god. Red Dead fucking Redemption, guys. Fuck, man. I'm gonna go through this list next episode and I'm gonna read fanfiction. This is the shit. Alright, episode's almost over though.
Scanners! Oh, Combine sweeping the area. Gotta head back to the lab. Come on, Gordon.
What was it? Principal Skinner's? From Simpsons? I never watched Simpsons that much. I remember one time when I first saw playing basketball now. I remember the first time I seen Simpsons, and I remember my mom was sitting in the room, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like a cool cartoon about like a guy and shit and his son." And I just remembered that I seen Simpsons all over the place. I've seen like clothes with Simpsons, toys with Simpsons, and I always never knew what the fuck it was. And then I found it on TV, and I was like, "Oh, there you go. I'm gonna fucking watch it. Finally know what it's about." And there was a scene where Homer where Bart drives a car, and Homer peeks out of the roof window in the car, and I think they're driving past. What's this evil guy called? Skinner? No, Skinner was the principal, right? You know, Homer's boss, I forgot his name. And then Homer says, "Kiss my ass." And as a kid I didn't expect it there to be swearing. I didn't know it was like an adult cartoon. So I was like, whoa, what the hell? Oh, Alex is dead. That's a bummer.
You need to get out of here. I can't leave my father.
Oh, there she is.
Dog, Take Gordon to the Ravenholm tunnel, then circle around and
Hey,
drive me
dog.
up with me. Hurry!
Well, dog is taking us to Ravenholm, and I had to reset the game in between episodes because the shadows were gone, and if Ravenholm had no shadows, then it would look super fucking lame. But see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.